Peppa's Butterfly Garden. Hello, my dearest little hearts. Take a deep breath in and out. Are you feeling cozy? Good, because today, on Dear Little Hearts, we have a very special story about a sunny day, a tiny flutter, and a big heart. Today, Peppa Pig is going on a journey of kindness. But before we start our adventure, let's make sure our community grows. If you love stories that make you smile, click that subscribe button right now. It helps our little hearts beat stronger together. Ready? Let's begin. The golden morning, the sun was waking up over the hills of Peppa's house, stretching its long, golden arms across the valley. It was a magnificent sun, the kind that makes the morning dew on the grass look like millions of tiny, sparkling diamonds. Peppa Pig was already awake. She loved the morning. She put on her favorite red dress and her shiny yellow boots, feeling the excitement bubbling in her tummy. She stood by her window and took a deep breath. The air smelled like fresh cut grass and sweet clover. She could hear the bees humming a low, sleepy tune in the garden below, like a tiny orchestra tuning up for a concert. Today, Peppa whispered to her teddy bear, is going to be a fluttery kind of day. I can just feel it in my peggy tail. The discovery on the lavender. Peppa hurried downstairs and ran out into the garden. The ground felt springy beneath her boots. She headed straight for the large, bushy lavender plant near the wooden fence. The lavender was a deep, dusty purple and smelled so strong and lovely that it made Peppa close her eyes for a second. When she opened them, she saw something extraordinary. Sitting perfectly still on a purple sprig was a tiny creature. It had wings as bright as a summer sunset, deep orange with intricate black veins and white polka dots along the edges. Mommy, Daddy, George, come quickly. Look what I found, Peppa called out. Her voice was a happy trill. George came running out of the house, his blue dinosaur tucked under his arm. He was moving so fast he almost tripped over a garden gnome, shouting, "Buffly, Buffly, roar!" Mommy Pig knelt down on the grass, her voice as soft as a summer breeze. Shh, gently now, George. We don't want to startle her. It's a painted lady butterfly, Peppa. She's a long way from home. The tiny problem. Peppa leaned in as close as she dared. She noticed that while the other insects were busy zipping around, this butterfly stayed very, very still. Its wings didn't look fluffy or strong. They looked a little bit tired, a little bit frayed at the edges. The butterfly tried to lift off, but its wings gave a weak little shudder, and it tumbled back onto a large green leaf. It looked lonely and exhausted. Peppa felt a tiny, sharp pinch of sadness in her heart. She's lost her flutter, Mummy. She's trying to fly to the clouds, but her wings are too sleepy. How can we help her? Daddy Pig walked over, adjusting his large sun hat. Butterflies are like little airplanes, Peppa, he said kindly. They need three things to fly: the warmth of the sunshine, sweet nectar for energy, and a safe, quiet place to rest their heads. I think this butterfly needs a holiday. A butterfly hotel. Building the Garden of Dreams a hotel for butterflies? Peppa's eyes grew wide. Can we build it, Daddy? Right now? We certainly can, Daddy Pig replied. The family spent the entire morning working under the warm sun. They chose the sunniest corner of the garden, right where the light stayed until the very end of the day. Peppa and George helped dig small, round holes in the dark, crumbly earth. The soil felt cool and ticklish on Peppa's fingers. They planted bright yellow marigolds, deep pink zinnias, and tall, nodding sunflowers. Butterflies love bright colors, Mommy Pig explained as she patted the dirt down. Yellow and pink are like big neon signs that say delicious food this way. George was given a very important job. He was in charge of the butterfly baths. He found a flat stone bowl and filled it with just a little bit of water. Then, very carefully, he placed flat, colorful pebbles inside, so they have a place to stand and drink without getting their toes wet. Peppa explained to George, who nodded very seriously. The magic nectar the garden was looking beautiful, but the tired butterfly was still sitting on her leaf, looking weak. She needs a snack, Mommy, Peppa said. Mommy Pig went into the kitchen and returned with a small jar of sugar and a cup of warm water. This is how we make nectar juice, she said. Peppa watched as the sugar vanished into the water. Then, Peppa took a tiny, soft yellow sponge and soaked up the sweet liquid. With a hand that was shaking just a little bit from excitement, Peppa placed the sponge on a flat stone right next to the butterfly. Here you go, little friend, she whispered. It's a special treat just for you. The family sat on the grass and waited. They stayed so still that a ladybug crawled across Daddy Pig's shoe. Even George stayed quiet, hugging his dinosaur and watching the orange wings. Slowly, so slowly, the butterfly uncurled its long, thin tongue, which looked just like a tiny drinking straw. It began to sip the sweet nectar. Look, Peppa whispered, clapping her hands silently. She's eating. She's getting her magic back. The sky full of colors. As the afternoon went on, something truly magical began to happen. The scent of the freshly planted flowers and the sweet sugar water began to drift on the wind, floating over the fence and across the meadows. First came a bright yellow butterfly, fluttering like a floating lemon slice. Then came two tiny blue ones that looked like pieces of the summer sky had fallen down to visit. Soon, Peppa's garden was filled with dozens of butterflies. They danced in loops and swirls, playing tag above the marigolds. Peppa's garden was no longer just a backyard. It was a swirling, living rainbow. The tired painted lady butterfly suddenly stretched her wings wide. The orange color looked brighter now, glowing in the sun. She gave a strong, confident flutter, flutter, flutter and lifted into the air. She circled around Peppa's head 3 times, her wings almost brushing Peppa's cheek, as if she were saying thank you for the hotel. Before she soared high over the trees to join the others, the golden sunset as the day began to fade. The sky turned into a soft, glowing pink, like the inside of a seashell. Peppa sat on the wooden garden bench between Mommy and Daddy. Her red dress had a few mud spots, and her yellow boots were dusty, but her heart felt as light as a butterfly wing. You did a very wonderful thing today, Peppa, Mommy Pig said, pulling Peppa into a cozy side hug. You saw someone small who was struggling, and you stopped to help. Because you were kind to one little butterfly, you invited all this magic into our garden. Daddy Pig nodded, his tummy rumbling just a little bit. It just goes to show, Peppa, being kind is the best way to spend a day. Peppa watched the very last butterfly disappear into the soft shadows of the oak trees. She felt warm, peaceful, and very sleepy. She realized that kindness is like a little seed. Once you plant it with love, it grows into something beautiful that makes the whole world smile. And that night, As the moon rose over the hills, Peppa Pig fell fast asleep, dreaming of a garden where every flower was a friend and every wing was a rainbow. Morals of the story: the power of small acts. You don't have to be big to make a huge difference. Helping one small creature can create a ripple of beauty.